How do you respond when things get a little bit difficult? And that's what I want to talk about this morning. Good morning. Welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. And before we get into our topic, I do want to remind you that this and every one of my videos is brought to you by the Stonemont series, the complete guide, the plan to preparing for, surviving, and rebuilding after a complete collapse of whatever it is, your life, your town, your community, the country, the world, whatever it is. It's available on both Amazon in paperback or Kindle. The links are down below, and through our website, stonemont.us, through which you can get autographed copies from me, stonemont.us. So for those of you who haven't read it yet, you should. It'd be the next best thing you can do for your preparedness. So how do you respond when things get a little bit difficult? That's what really makes the difference in life. We all have ups and downs in our life. I've had good times. I've had challenging times. So have you. And a lot of it starts with your understanding of what those times are, that they are all, as the Bible says, for everything there is a season. If you appreciate the good times, that's great. If you think that the good times are going to last forever, you're wrong, and you haven't paid attention to the past, because the past shows us the ebbs and flows of life, and you know that there will be times in the future that will be challenging. And whether you look at those challenging times as times to adapt and overcome, as is so popular to say, or whether you just allow them to make you shut down and not go on because it's a little difficult, that really is an indicator of how someone is going to do in an emergency situation, a life-threatening situation. I had one of those times happen yesterday when I was making, and many of you saw it, I was making a video, I guess yesterday afternoon or evening, and my mic, unknowingly, my mic, I had it plugged onto or clipped onto my t-shirt, and it fell off. And when I reviewed the video, well, I didn't have to review it. I saw sometime into the video that it had fallen off, and I put it back on my shirt. Well, when I replayed the video to test it, I almost threw it out. But I saw that, well, I think the sound was okay through about 2.5 minutes, and then at about 12 minutes, I found it and corrected it. But between that 2 minutes, 25 seconds and 12 minutes, 20 seconds, it was difficult to hear because the mic was hanging down, and as I would move, you'd hear some rustling and things like it. I decided to go ahead and put it up because you could still hear me, and it had been a 30-minute video. And I wanted, to get the information out there, and I just don't redo videos. I mean, if I've invested 30 minutes, I don't have another 30 minutes to do another one. I have other things to do. So I decided to go ahead and put it up. Well, the response by many of the viewers was very, very interesting and very telling, I think. Most people just, didn't mention it, just went on and responded and left their comments. As usual. I'm sure it was difficult for them to hear, but they probably got closer or turned their volume up or whatever. Some people were just a little bit rude, to be honest. Some people, would just leave comments like, sound is terrible, or, whatever. I had a couple of comments that I didn't really understand, so this might be one of those moments that I encourage people to make sure that your comment is understandable. But then I had other comments that were helpful. Not helpful to me, but helpful to other viewers. And when we're thinking about how we help other people in difficult times, this was a prime example. And there were several comments that I noticed, and I made note of who it was. I also made note of who the rude ones were. And they said, and I took the rude ones off. I just don't allow that. I mean, I know that I knew it was bad. I didn't need, and if they were trying to advise other people that the sound was bad, then that's a negative that's inappropriate. So because other people could discover it, right? And so others came on and they said, yeah, it drops off at about, and they gave the mark, about 225, something like that, and it gets better at 12, whatever. Those were helpful people, and it showed me that not only were they those who stuck with it and somehow were able to do it, adapting and overcoming, but also wanted to help other people. And then there was one that was just exceptional, and you can go back if you want to see who said it, because I don't remember right off. I should have, because I would have loved to give them credit here. But one was exceptional, and that commenter said, "Turn on the closed caption during that time, and you'll see what he's saying." And that was so indicative of the truly helpful person. Not only did they, adapt and overcome, but they stepped forward to help other people, to give other people an idea on how to do it. That's helpful. That's leadership. That's all sorts of things. And that was, so I want to compliment that person. This goes back to anything else, to life or preparedness, that when we have a problem, when, whatever it may be, whether it's going to be a financial collapse, we got Title 42 expiring here tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. There are going to be those who just go on and just go about their business, right? And then they say, got a rough spot. This is life. I'll go through it. And then you're going to have some of those who are just looking for something to get them off track. Who if life isn't perfect, they just not going to deal with it, not going to happen, not going to do it. Okay. And first off, they miss out a lot, and secondly, they're not helpful to others. They're those others that will get on there and help other people, encourage other people. And then occasionally there's one that will encourage and then offer the solution to others. And you're going to find those people, all those different groups, in whatever challenge comes down the road. And my suggestion is that you fill your life. First off, you recognize these people are going to be out there. It's important for you to recognize the differences between these people, and then to include the positive people, either the ones who just go along and get her done, or the ones who encourage, or the ones who offer the solutions. Those are the people you want surrounding you, because those are the people that are going to help you get through whatever times are coming, and that you can help them in return. And then there are those who are going to find fault and find reasons that this just there's no use doing this, no use. You've got to clean those out. It's like pulling weeds. I got to go work in the garden. Well, I don't gotta go, have to go. I get to go. I'm going to go out in the garden, and part of that is pulling the weeds, because if you let the weeds go, they overcome things. But you pull them out when they're small. That's why I take care of problems when they're small. Pull them out, so you have a good, full, productive garden. Gardening is such an example of so much in life. So anyway, that's what I wanted to mention today, because even though it may not seem to some as the exciting things about preparedness, about guns and go bags and things like that. It is one of the most important. As a matter of fact, this whole book series here is all about people. Oh yeah, there's a lot of action, there's love, there's violence, there's cannibalism, there's slavery, there's all sorts of things. But when it comes down to it, this series, the Stone Mount series, it's about people and the differences in people and how the good people who work together and don't let things knock them off their stride, but help each other, they make it through and build something that was even better than the lives they had before. So there it is. If you haven't read them, you become a Stone Mounter. They're available on, and it's the Reversion, the Revival, the Renewal, An Appeal to Heaven, The Blessings of Freedom, and the latest one that just came out a couple of months ago, Hostages to Fortune. Yes, I'm busily writing on number 7 for somebody who asked, or a number of people who asked. And you can get them on Amazon. Just look up, the link is down below, or you can go to Stone Mount Series by Stephen C. Smith, or you can get them from me directly, autographed, through our website at stonemont.us, STONEMONT.US, not .com, stonemont.us. Listen, you all have a good day. Keep that in mind. Surround yourself, first off, be the right kind of person. Secondly, surround yourself with the right kind of people. Your life is going to be so much easier and more productive and less irritating. Okay, you all have a great day. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.